Hello. Today we'll be looking at how to set up network monitoring so that you can begin monitoring your devices and their current statuses. While a small feature not required by NIST, it has been in the past a very helpful tool in keeping track of what devices are up and running, as well as monitoring ports in general. Clients have found it rather useful and we hope you do too. Let us get into the thick of things here. So the first thing you want to do is you're going to go down to Network Monitor and click right there. Now this will bring you up to the network monitoring page, and here is where you're going to see a few different things. So starting from the top left, you have host and monitor. Then you're going to have a monitor statuses over time. This is going to be like a little sheet that shows you how long, it's been between different up and down states. Next, you're going to have a list of hosts. Currently, we do not have this filled up with anything since we haven't created a host, which if we go up here, we have create new hosts, which we can start making one. So first, you're going to have to give the host a name. You give it anything. It doesn't really matter as long as it has some description. For now, we're going to call this one DC1. Set host details, and then you're going to add an interface to it. You need to give the interface a name as well as an IPv4 address. So for the DC1, we're going to need that IP address, which we can do really quickly by going over here. When this shows up. And then from there, we're just going to go to inputs, grab this IP address right here, and we can just paste that right into here. We also have to give it a name, which we can give it the name of test. Add interface, and then hit next. Also, it should be noted you can add multiple interfaces under a single host. That could be really useful if you want to hit multiple hosts at once with the same type of thing. For example, if you want to hit multiple hosts with an ICMP message, you can. All you have to do is put in the type as ICMP. Make sure you're going after each interface. Add which port you wish to hit. For ICMP, you do not have to give it a port. That's optional. For TCP, however, if we're doing it with TCP, then we will have to give it a port. And then finally, a name. You don't have to give anything a name, but it can be really useful if you just want to kind of categorize them, or if you just want to kind of make sure you have a decent image of what each one does. And then finally, if you want to create an alert every time one is sent out, you can click this little button down here and then add as a monitor. And once that is all set up, all you have to do is hit next, save host, and you are all set. Now if we go to monitor, you'll see that the monitor we just created, which is used for the testing, has been added here. So what this does is after 60 seconds, as we set it up for the interval, which was right over here, every 60 seconds, we'll be sending out an ICMP message to this IP address to check to see if it is alive. If we get an up, then the status will be green for up. If it's down, then we'll get a red status, meaning it is down. And we'll do this every 60 seconds. You can change the interval to be more or less. You can change it to be hitting different ports. So if you don't want to just send out an ICMP, but you want to hit, let's say, the SSH port via TCP, you can do that. It really depends on how you want to do it. Most people tend to just use ICMP and just check to see that the devices are currently online, and that is it. That's fine. The network monitor tool is here more for users to have a basic tool just to kind of monitor ports. As we can see, we now have the status of up. And that would do it. The alerts themselves actually go directly to events. So if we were to go to events right now, we will see that we'll have a monitor change. Monitor went up. And that's it. So for our next video discussion, we'll be looking at how to use events and the Discover tab to start creating alerts that we can use to help keep you notified on what is happening on your network. I hope that you find as much use in the network monitor tool as others have in the past, and I hope to see you in the next video.